Hi, and welcome back to the MattCast podcast number 94. Uh, we got rivalry weekend to cover,
Mhm.
and we're going into conference championships, going into that. Fantasy football was also pretty,
Yeah,
yeah, it was a good,
it's coming down to
lots
the
of
wire.
upsets.
Yeah,
Yeah. Um, fuck. NFL was also pretty good this weekend too.
yeah. The Thanksgiving games were all
Yeah,
really good to watch.
it was just a good weekend of football.
Hmm.
All around was just a good weekend of football. And then Lane Kiffin.
Yeah,
Huge controversies going there with coaching and everything. All the coaching, I don't even know all the coaching
not even an intentional plug, but I did see our sponsor last
Mhm.
night, our Adventures Electrical Services. At my job, they had 3 conductor wire. It was a
Yeah,
spool of originally it was 500. By the time we got our hands on it, it was 481 feet,
Jesus.
and they just wanted to throw it away. And I was like, can I have it?
Yeah,
I will find a use for this.
yeah.
And I hit up our venture
Hart
electrical,
Ventures Electrical Services.
and
He's
he
probably
was
like,
like, I'll gladly take that off your
yeah,
hand. Cause he was like, well, depending on like how you're looking at it, this is either like $200 to $300
yeah,
or it's like $60 if it's like cheap
yeah.
Chinese made. So
And as long as it's not like burnt out and anything, like it's still good wire.
it was like fresh in the box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fresh in the box?
Fresh in the box.
And
Yeah,
they
and
just want to throw it
they were like,
away.
"Yeah, we're just gonna throw it away. We're not gonna use it." And I was like, "Well, hold up. Like, if we're just gonna throw it away, like,
Yeah.
I would hate to see something like that get thrown away.
So
Like,
Hart Ventures recycles.
he does recycle. Yeah, he wouldn't be reusing it but
Yeah.
like, he's a very eco-friendly guy.
Isn't
And
trying to throw away copper
he
just
said
randomly.
he said it is good for like doorbells, garage
Yeah.
doors, so he can do all the home and commercial use.
Mhm.
So he's today's sponsor. He's our sponsor in our hearts and in our minds.
All the
So
time.
all the
And our
time.
softball team.
And our softball team.
Yeah.
So either all male next year or we're going co-ed. We're kind of battling it out.
Maybe
I
even
think
both too.
really
Yeah.
it
He
sounds like
talked about potentially doing both.
I don't know how to like rank us, but
Yeah.
because he called me really early on, and then he said he was going to call you afterwards,
Yeah.
and he was asking about the situation, and he was like, "Dude, like, you guys are one of the like few people that I feel comfortable calling right now, talking about it,
Yeah.
because everybody else is like, yeah, it's like 3 months away, but he's like,
Mhm.
but like for me, it's 3 months away. We should start
Yeah.
trying to get at least the plans
Yeah.
together." Um, what he told me about doing 2 leagues is he said he doesn't want to be in charge of 2.
Yeah.
He wants to be in charge of 1. So
Mhm.
either if we're just doing male,
Yeah.
he'll do male. If we're
Yeah.
just doing co-ed, he'll
Mhm.
do co-ed. He will play on both, but he won't
He
take
won't take the lead on both.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know if we're unofficial coaches for him or like just like
Yeah.
scouts for
Yeah.
him or whatever.
Assistants.
Assistants,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Administrative staff.
yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna be sitting there giving any coaching critiques. I'm just more of a vibe player.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a locker room guy. If I had to like really like say something about myself, but
Yeah.
it was nice to get that phone call.
Yeah.
So, mhm.
Yeah. And we spent probably about an hour on the phone
Oh yeah,
talking.
hmm
And then it kind of did divulge in a little bit of hunting stuff too, but
yeah,
yeah, it was mostly all about softball.
yeah,
Just how the season went and what my thoughts were. Is just like, yeah, I mean, like when I brought up the dudes like having a male league, he was like, well, the girls is what really pulled us through. I'm like, let's be honest, Joe.
Well, hold up. Like,
And I said, like, let's be honest, Joe. Most of the guys are at average or above average.
I
We
would
can get
say that there was like I think crucial moments for some of the guys is what cost us
yeah,
losses. That's what I would say. Like, I
yeah,
think there was some like so like there was some like I don't want to even say underperformers, but like just there are some
hmm
people that weren't there.
yeah,
Um, there's some people like some of the teammates where like I mean I don't want to throw her under the bus, but like Mary,
hmm
like a friend of
yeah.
the show, we have an episode with
Missed
her.
80% of the season.
Yeah, and she was like, I don't even know why I play this anymore. It's like,
Yeah,
then why are you playing this right now? Again, a text from dad. I'm just gonna say that filming
podcast.
podcast. What? So unless he's now saying
that he can't. Yeah.
which I would feel well anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm really excited about it. It's crazy to me that signups are about 3 months away.
hmm
But like honestly, I miss playing
Yeah.
softball.
I was
And
even potentially looking at like trying to get into like a flag football league, like those 7-on-7 things for like adults. But also, it's just like at the same time, you get so many wild characters out there that like potentially just start fights. I just want chill vibe.
that's the thing. I would chill vibes. I don't own any cleats because I feel like you gotta own cleats for
Yeah.
those. I don't know. That's an interesting thought.
Yeah. Just to like to keep on doing like sports, like
Yeah.
mediocre sports, and just stay moving and have something active going on. And it also stays relative with what we talk about most of the time. It's just football,
Yeah.
which
Let's get into it.
Texas A&M. Well, first off, we'll recover
And
what
we
our
were
picks
all
were.
we all were the
Positive,
same.
yeah, we're all positive this week. We're both right on Georgia. We're wrong on Nebraska,
Mhm.
including the model. You followed the model through and through.
Yeah.
I only swayed on two. I was wrong on Michigan, but I was right on Vandy.
Mhm.
I took a wild shot in the dark for Michigan in that first quarter and a half.
I would not say you took a shot in the dark. You followed the advice of an influencer.
Yeah, that
Um,
was a Michigan alum.
yeah. They went after your logos.
Yeah,
So yeah, I don't think it was a shot in the dark. You got brainwashed into that one.
a little bit, yeah. But still ended up positive. We're all kind of, what, 4 for 3?
Yeah, 4 for 3. So the like we all of our records went up, but no one moved. So
Yeah,
Matt's still 1 game ahead of the model. The model's 1 game ahead of me. Matt's 2 games ahead of me. So
yeah,
for college spear, still very close.
yeah. Texas A&M, Texas
Not the first game of that of the
list.
week,
Yeah,
but this is just the first one we have pulled up.
yeah.
And again, if we don't cover your particular favorite team, it's not that we have any biases. We just pick 7 games,
Two including
5,
our,
yeah, two
our two,
including
our own bias. So
So that's why if we don't talk about your game or your team, sorry,
this is why.
yeah,
But yeah, Texas A&M, Texas Longhorns, and at Texas. What is this? I don't even
it
know where they play at.
should have been,
Austin.
yeah.
In Austin, Texas. Started off really slow, but oh Jesus Christ!
Sorry, that came out of nowhere.
Yeah, I turned over and he just violently jerked
Yeah, I don't
to
know.
start
What the hell.
coughing.
I'll get some water. Keep talking.
Yeah, I did not watch a lot of this game. I only kind of really kept up with the highlights because the Iowa State game was on at the same time as this one. And it pretty much just kind of turned into a whole. I'll just break down the drives. The first quarter was slow. Texas A&M missed a field goal in the first quarter, and then Texas went down, kicked a field goal. A&M returned with a field goal, and it was a putt, touchdown. So it's 10-3 going into halftime. So it looked like Texas A&M.
Well, did you talk about? Sorry, I couldn't hear you. Did you talk about how they got a field goal blocked?
Was that the missed field goal?
Yeah, it's a block.
Oh, that was a blocked field goal?
Mhm.
Oh, I didn't even know they had a blocked field goal. But yeah. So it could have been a 13-3 game going into halftime. But then Texas just started finally having like the thing with Texas is that they finally started to have this offensive push in the latter half of the season.
Yeah, Archie looked more comfortable in the pocket, and I think he looked even more comfortable in the second half of the
Yeah.
game. Texas A&M wasn't getting to him as much. The O-line was and Archie was moving a lot with his
Mhm.
feet, picking up first downs and like getting big chunk plays. Yeah, I can't remember who he had a huge heave throw to, which when I was on my initial thought, I thought he crossed the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
Ended up not doing it. And then just trusting on his tight ends to get some pretty big yards.
I mean, his tight end was the leading receiver,
Yeah.
93 yards,
And
4
a lot of that
receptions.
was like yards after catch. He had a big old run. Sorry, I swear my voice will come back in a minute.
Yeah. But this was during the Iowa State game, so of course I mainly focused on the Iowa State.
Mm,
I did have like the Michigan game going on at the same time as the Iowa State game,
mm,
just because I wanted to stay up to date with the game. But it was more focused on Iowa State, obviously,
yeah.
for my own personal bias. The Georgia Tech game was slow moving defensive battle.
Not as offensively gifted as the last meetup where
Yeah,
they went to what, eight
8 overtimes,
overtimes, and what was it, like a
like 80-point game
yeah, like
total,
42 to
45
something or other.
or something. Like, yeah, it was an electric fight at all,
Mm,
but Georgia Tech did start showing some signs of life in the second half after letting them get 13 points in the second quarter. But Georgia was able just to push it up to 16 and held their defense to only held Georgia's offense to 9 points. So it's just like you showed life at the wrong time.
yeah,
I don't know if stuck in the clutch, couldn't get it in gear.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Uh, I wanted to say this on the last game
Mhm.
until now. Um, Reed, Texas A&M's quarterback, had 2 interceptions. Both of those were on like the back-to-back last drives that they had. I don't know if you said anything about
No,
that.
I mean it was at the end of the game, so
Yeah, but I
yeah,
mean, because it wasn't that far of a
yeah. It was 27-17,
yeah.
and so like they still definitely had a chance, but you throw away 2 picks.
One of them was at the goal line, so it's not like that he was throwing puns out there.
Yeah,
Anyway, just wanted to mention
yeah.
that.
Ohio State, Michigan,
Mm,
the game. Ohio State finally got the piano off their back,
hmm
got the win. They're looking to be the heavy favorites going to the CFP.
Got a dominant win in Michigan when it's snowing.
And it's like the perfect football game too. Like snow
Mm,
going on. Every football player's dream of just
hmm
playing in the snow.
Underwood did not look good throwing it, but he did
No.
not look bad when he would like tuck the ball and
Yeah.
run. Like he could get, but yeah, the defense overall from Ohio State, I knew that was going to be the big difference in that game.
And one thing I noticed too is just like when he was throwing in the snow, he wasn't comfortable either when he started to have throwing in that condition.
Mm.
And it's one of those things that like is kind of hard to if you didn't grow up playing in the wintertime and playing in the snow, it's not anything really you can practice in the off season to get better at unless you go to fucking Alaska or something.
I had to keep looking like it was like a weird like when someone calls your name but you're in public so you don't know who it is, so you keep like looking over your
Mhm.
shoulder. That's what I was like whenever they kept saying Bo Jackson.
Yeah.
I kept like looking at the screen like Bo Jackson. I was like, oh yeah, not like
Not the Bo
not
Jackson.
that splitting Bo Jackson, just another Bo
Yeah.
Jackson. But he was dominant on the ground, 22 carries, over
Mhm.
100 yards on the day. Um, Julian saying, I think what that one pick that was
That
like
was in the
the
first
first
quarter.
quarter. Yeah.
Yeah. And I listen to Bussin', they had Ryan Day on their podcast
Oh yeah.
and they were talking to him and just like Taylor was just like, so when you saw an interception, were you thinking, oh shit, could it happen again? He was like, honestly, yeah, a little bit. Like,
Mhm.
what the fuck's going on?
Yeah.
It was just like because I saw the interception, I'm like, oh my God, it's already happening again in the first quarter.
Mm.
That's why I kind of got some hope. I'm like, this could happen.
Mhm.
They only got 3, and then it was just all Ohio State after that.
Yeah.
Alabama, Auburn. What a fucking game.
hmm
Holy Andrew Daniels or Anthony Daniels? The Auburn
Uh,
quarterback.
I know
Ashton
Alabama's
Daniels.
embarrassing.
Oh,
I
Jesus
know
Christ.
that's Ty Simpson is the other quarterback.
Yeah. But Ashton Daniels looked good, and he's the backup quarterback.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, their starting quarterback got hurt in the game prior, and he started up for this game. Alabama got a quick start, 10 points in the first quarter. I'm like, oh, fuck. Like, it's just going to be Alabama walking all over them. And then Auburn started getting some momentum behind them, kept on going, and like Alabama was going as well. On Alabama's last drive where they scored a touchdown that made it 27-20, because Auburn tied it up 20-20. I definitely thought there was a couple of bad DPI calls that looked a bit soft and like barely touching. And I'm just like, really? You're gonna call that a DPI or like a personal foul? There's personal foul and a DPI. And then when Auburn started getting the ball and pushing down the field to tie up the game again, Auburn was getting saved by personal fouls and DPIs as well.
Just showing you basically, yeah.
Yeah. They were getting like DPI. They were keeping their drive alive through penalties. And I told Ryan and my girlfriend, they're like, yeah, these are like give back penalties. Probably because they knew like, oh, we kind of messed up on these calls. Like you can see it on the Jumbotron, some of these penalties. And like when refs, it's well known too that like refs will do like give back calls if they make some bad calls. And like there was also some soft ones too going for Auburn. And you can argue that it's like they're just calling it even for both sides, but I personally believe they were give back calls up until the Ashton Daniels interception when they're driving down the field.
Yeah.
Driving down the field at the Alabama's 25. There was what? I want to say like 40 seconds left on the clock or something like that. So they still had a great chance. Throws a pick just a bit low, or no, it was just over. And the dude came in and dove for it. And I was like, what a game. What a game to finish out the night of football on. Vanderbilt, Tennessee. We were talking about it a little bit before it looked really close, looked like it was about to be a really good game.
Great in the first half. Like I was like waiting during halftime of like if it keeps up this pace, I cannot wait for it to end. And Vandy's offense got that memo. Vandy's defense said, fuck all that noise, and we're just going to shut them out for the entirety of the third quarter and rolling in to let them score 3 in the fourth. So I was a little heartbroken, not even just because I had picked Joey Aguilar and Tennessee to win, but like just how fun that game was and how explosive the first half was. Like
just for it to be a complete blowout in the second half.
Yeah, I was a little, and like it was in Tennessee. Which I would say, like I didn't get to like see it, but like at certain points whenever I was watching it and like Vanderbilt was just going up, it looked like the Rocky Top fans were doing a good job of like staying there for the entirety of the game. Maybe because they thought that something would happen.
And like it's the SEC, it's college football, it's rivalry week. Who knows what the fuck could happen?
Yeah. Unfortunately, though, when you're going into the fourth, trailing, 10, and then they score 2 more times.
31 to 21 at the end of the third, and then they score again, and you're like,
okay,
are we going to do something here now? Yeah, it's...
And then some of those were like either bad passes, drop passes. So, like, for me, I'm not even, like, I wasn't, like, I'm not a big Tennessee bandwagon. But, and, like, I hope, honestly, I hope Joey Aguilar stays with Tennessee. I think they're
going to have a great season next year.
I think so.
Especially if they're able to build off of it.
Exactly. Is Pavia a senior?
Yeah, he's
Is
going to be
he?
going to the draft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he your Heisman?
He's my Heisman pick, him or Jacob Rodriguez, the Texas Tech linebacker,
Yeah.
who
Mine.
is
Mine
one
is.
sack away from breaking Monte Teo's
Yeah.
Heisman run. He already has a defensive touchdown, more
Mhm.
interceptions, more deflections, and more forced
Well,
fumbles.
then they also give him an offensive touchdown. Like they let him run it in as
I
like a
believe so.
fullback or
Yeah,
something. I can't remember exactly.
yeah.
Um,
But the dude's
mine.
had a should be a Heisman season.
I would love to have him in there. There's been so many other
Yeah.
people. Like I would really hate to like
Jeremiah
exclude.
Love.
That's my guy right now.
Yeah.
Notre Dame's running back. I would love to say Emmett Johnson of the Huskers, but
Mhm.
dude, like that's just he is not the number one
Yeah.
running back in the nation right now.
It
I'm
really
sorry
kind
to
of
say
fell
it.
off towards the end.
He's honestly been picking up
Yeah.
towards the end.
Well, I'm saying like the talk, I should say, about Emmett Johnson.
I don't really think he's really been much in
I haven't
there.
heard
I don't think he's
much.
much in there. Like you
Yeah.
hear it from Husker fans. I
Yeah.
would love for him to be there more.
Mhm.
And I think maybe if he was having more of those like where wins were coming off of the legs of
Yeah.
him, like this game, for example, that we are going to cover. And I unfortunately was not able to watch it. I am back at work in a retail job, which I promised myself I would get out of, but I was required to work Black Friday.
Yep.
And traditionally, Nebraska and Iowa play every Black Friday. Now, I am kind of glad that I didn't get to watch this
It was
game.
a very sad game.
But like, it looked like going into half, I was like, because I got to see the ESPN
Yeah.
notifications. Like going into half,
It
I
was a game.
was,
It
I
was a game
was,
going into
yeah,
half. Like I was holding out hope. I'm like,
yeah.
they got this.
Like, all right, we're down, but this isn't the end of the game. We still
Yeah.
got plenty of time.
And like the way I thought about it too is just like Iowa State has been in this spot with Iowa.
Mm,
Nebraska can do the same thing because I genuinely thought Nebraska has a more electric offense. You have more reliable receivers.
yeah, I didn't really get to see how Latif did. Just looking at the raw numbers
It
right
was not
here,
good.
9
He looked good in
for
the first.
24.
He looked good in the first half, but second half he just kind of fell apart, I should say. But it was a mostly Emmett Johnson game. 217 yards rushing, 29, 29 carries, 1 TD. That's the game.
Yeah, sounds like there was a safety that was off of a result of
Oh yeah, there was
a
also
pretty bad missed targeting call.
terrible missed targeting
It looked
call.
like a punt
Yeah,
to Corey Barner, I
yeah,
believe. And you have been pretty loud this season about like anytime we've watched him over at our place, you have I don't know if you don't like the fact that whenever it comes to a punt return, he is never gonna fair catch it, no
yeah.
matter how close or how
He is
far.
allergic to it. Like
Yeah.
these guys are on top of him,
And
and he's
he's
just
like,
like,
I
"No,
can
I
make it.
got it."
I can make it.
Well, and like what was missed before that was that he had already muffed it. There was a redo of the punt. Forgot what penalty happened or something like that.
Hmm.
But there was a redo. They punted it again. It could have been an
Okay.
offensive holding, and it forced Iowa to go back like 5-10 yards or so.
That
So make them repunt it again
but
because
even then that should just be
it just helps with like field position is what they were thinking
but
instead of
even
just
off of a hold, that should be like after the punt's away, it should just been punting
I
on
forgot what it was.
it had to been like a false start
Yeah,
or like illegal formation. Those are the
yeah.
only two that I could really think of
There
that
was
would.
something I'm blanking on it. I should have written it down, but he'd muffed the punt before that, and it was
Okay,
almost picked up by Iowa then. And they're
gotcha.
like, "Oh, thank God for the redo. They could
Mhm,
potentially get better field position."
hmm,
And then, yeah, dude leans in with his head,
mhm.
with his arms out wide, makes contact with his like
Well,
literally the
the way
crown of
right, I
his
say
head.
the way that you're it to me it looked like his head was at like a snap 90
No, it
degree.
was like a
Yeah,
crown straight to
the face
dude's to the
mask.
face mask.
Yeah,
And because his arms are out and the dude's getting fucking rocked in the face,
yeah.
yeah, the ball got knocked out. This is the DOD calling me.
Oh,
But yeah, the ball got knocked
why
out.
is the deal? Are they calling? They want you back in or
No,
what?
there's probably a winter storm hitting Colorado right now.
Oh,
I'm still on their call list.
can you? So anyway, I'm glad I didn't get to watch this game in person. I still got to watch a little bit of the highlights just in my research.
Oh, there's also some terrible DPI calls too on
That's
Nebraska.
that's what you were saying.
I can't remember the exact plays, but it all led to like scoring for the
yeah,
Hawkeyes, and
I
it's just
didn't
like,
get to see it. It sucks that it all happened at home. Iowa fans were like talking shit all weekend, and it's like, dude, like, be real. If Dylan Raiola is in there, none of
yeah.
this would be going down
Well,
the
now
way.
he's gonna go to Texas Tech, so
Allegedly, honestly, like, here's the thing. I have like here's the thing. I don't think you're running out of the time frame of quarterbacks staying out of school for
yeah,
all 4 years,
yeah.
especially if they're starting all 4
Mhm.
years.
And they're of high quality,
Yeah,
and it show signs of improving and have a good
especially
arm.
like when you go into a place like Texas where their donors' pocketbooks
Yeah.
are as big as the state of Texas.
Mhm.
Like you're hard at
Yeah.
keeping people in.
And like, I mean,
I don't necessarily. I'm
someone made the
okay.
tweet, and there's like, you're telling me a quarterback who transferred high schools all 4 years, or transferred to 4 different high schools for each 4 years of his high school career, and then committed and decommitted to 3 different colleges,
Yeah.
is transferring or is looking to transfer.
Hmm.
And like the same rumors happened last year too.
Mm.
And like people are saying it could just be his agent trying to leverage for more money, like NIL
NIL
money
money,
for him.
which is ridiculous that these kids need fucking like to me like I don't like here's the thing the one
Salary
thing
caps and multiple year contracts.
I agree like hey like and you can't just do where like some players did. I don't know if that's still a thing where like they accepted they
I
got
don't
the
think that is a thing anymore.
I
Yeah.
remember that was a big thing.
When it initially started, but then immediately when it got exposed, they're like,
Okay, stop.
hold up.
Yeah,
Because it was a dude that
he got
got
like
money to go to Iowa,
yeah
got picked up to go to Alabama, hooked a couple mil,
yeah
and then immediately went back to Iowa.
mm-hmm
Literally snatched the money and run. And they're like, hold up.
yeah
This isn't happening again.
yeah.
But yeah, like NIL needs to have multi-year contracts,
The other thing I don't really
minimum of
like
2 year
is like
contracts.
they're allowing students to gamble now.
Yeah.
Like,
As
and I don't even like honestly, like here's the thing. So like just being
yeah.
transparent. Like I bet it a few times. I'm not the biggest gambler in the world. Uh I don't like seeing all the influencers kind of especially like the rain bet
Yeah.
things. Like some of those just like I don't know when
Yeah.
like a lot of people like to me that's when it starts going like something just so I will use betting odds to help with
And
my
predictions.
research
Yeah.
and the yeah, but like other than that, I'm like you're probably not
Yeah.
gonna see me bet as
And
much.
like I was
They would have to make
we've
me
had
a
these conversations before.
really big sellout.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say.
We've had these conversations before, like if a certain company came to you to
Mm,
sponsor us, would we want to take any like gambling?
yeah.
Like I personally don't believe
Mm,
we as a just morally I don't believe gambling. I mean, I've done my share.
yeah, I've done my share. It's I wouldn't want to promote that to like
Other
youth.
yeah, youth. Yeah.
Yeah.
And even those that like have addictions as well.
Hmm.
It's just like if they see someone on the internet, hey, check out
And
not
they only show their
dual
winnings.
fan. I'm not going to say names,
Yeah.
but
I guess I said a name. Oops.
no, you didn't.
Okay.
Deny
uh,
everything.
so anyway, Iowa State, Oklahoma State, a game we could have went to,
Yeah.
but there was an evil witch named the weather.
Yes.
But we were looking at
Waking
leaving
up at like
3
3 o'clock in the morning, be on the
yeah,
road by 4,
yeah.
and driving the 6.5 hours to Stillwater.
I will say I think we could have made it.
Yeah. It ended up being less than what I anticipated, but like when I
Yeah.
was watching it going to bed, I'm like, wow, this is pretty coming down steady, and it's supposed to last till 3
Mm,
tomorrow.
mm,
Because my initial worries was is that like it was supposed to be pretty light throughout like the night and the early morning,
mm.
but then pick up heavy in the evening.
Well, when I saw the car that we were projected to be driving in, that's when I was like, I could drive.
Yeah.
Like, if that's what it comes to, I'd rather take my vehicle and
Yeah.
feel kind of safe
Mhm.
than like no disrespect,
Then
Ryan,
yeah.
but like a little 4-door sedan,
Yeah.
like
And front wheel drive.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's just a little bit of recipe.
yeah.
But you know what? We didn't need to go because
We
it
didn't
was
risk
yeah.
we didn't risk it either way, and yeah, it was just was able to sit there and watch it at home,
Mm,
get a little bit tipsy.
mm,
I actually ended up getting a good deal of um like shit done beforehand. Like I
yeah.
was able to salt rock my whole driveway after shoveling it and everything. Even did a couple neighbors' driveways
Mm.
too, and then all right, cool, time to go.
You know those so we went to not a shout out or a sponsor, but Menards,
Mhm,
and they still have plenty of rock salt and shovels. Um the new homeowner that we know,
mhm,
um, JP, he didn't own a snow shovel. So like we got himself a snow shovel and we were driving back to our place to like hang out. And he was like, "Hey man, while we're out, like you care if we just go shovel?" Now, mind you, he bought one shovel. Now, when we were at Menards, I saw those portable snow shovels that you can
mhm.
buy in your car that like it's like well,
Yeah,
like about that. You know what
yeah.
I mean? And it
They
extends.
extend up to like 2.5, 3 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The whole shovel is probably like that big.
yeah.
So while he is like
With the normal
shoveling,
shovel.
I am like hunched over and I'm literally just one handing it because
Yeah,
like, but honestly, worked like a charm.
yeah,
So I got my money's worth
yeah.
already. But yeah, I was not
The
thrilled
the other part
because
too.
sorry, but he had the part that I was working on
Mhm.
was not his driveway, but like
The
the
walkway up to the front door.
which it's bricks
Yeah.
and it's all uneven. So yeah,
Yeah.
that was the part that was driving me up a fucking wall. Anyway.
One thing I did proper before the snow hit was that I went out there and threw salt rock,
Hmm.
like, just before it started, like, right as it was starting to snow. I'm like, "I should do this before
Yeah.
it gets any thicker
You guys got
underneath."
the pet friendly one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and, like, it made shoveling 10 times easier
Hmm.
because, like, it just came right off the rip. It's not like normal where it's all matted down at the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Also,
just
this is my boomer take, but if I see you with a snow thrower, I'm like, bro, grab a fucking shovel.
grab a shovel.
Grab a shovel.
We have a snowblower,
Hmm.
but it's wasn't ours. It was just kinda, like, given to us,
Dude,
and we
fuck.
don't know how to use it. I mean, I could probably figure it out in, like,
Yeah.
10 minutes or so,
You
but it's
know
just
what?
like
So there's a guy who was clearing off his car with like a leaf blower when I was
mhm,
walking my dog. So like the wind is just blowing all this snow in my face. I'm like, oh my god, like the wind's
yeah.
fucking picking up right here. And I like
Am I on
just
Hoth?
and like just you know how like the it closes your eyes. So like I'm
Yeah,
just but I can see the guy like and
yeah.
I'm like, you couldn't
Wait,
well like not even you couldn't wait, but like
you got a brush?
yeah, for real. Like
You
you
got
gotta use
gloves
a
in a
fucking
hand?
yeah, like and you're blowing it like to the street. You couldn't blow it like into your
Yeah,
yard, like over to the right.
yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, but, like, our driveway you've seen my driveway,
Hmm.
it's pretty fucking narrow. There's no point in having a
It's
snowblower.
long
Yeah,
too.
there's no point in having a snowblower
Yeah.
when majority of it, we just have to shovel behind our cars
Yeah.
and our sidewalk.
Yeah.
That's about it. We also my dogs are divas, and they
Mm,
hate the snow, so we
mhm.
have to shovel the grass
Really?
to give them a spot to go to the bathroom, or else they'll piss and shit in the house
Dude,
because they will go outside and just stare at us like,
Jules loves the snow. I don't know what it is,
"I have
but
chihuahuas."
yeah. Well,
They're bred for a little bit warmer weather.
she does not have like a thick warm coat like or thick winter coat like
Yeah, she's just old. Not to say she's fat, but she's a thickums.
she's a healthy weight.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's plenty healthy
Compared to
weight.
my dogs that are
Well, you got one that is like a tube of sausage,
yeah,
and then you have Zinachino, which
yeah,
is like
a crackhead.
I was gonna say like a squirrel
Yeah,
that like you know when like people like fry up squirrels, that's what the body reminds me of. Josh was like,
yeah.
Josh, we were talking about oh yeah, we're talking about going over to Matt's house potentially. He goes, man, I gotta listen to that fucking dog. And I was like, dude, throw off. It becomes like white noise, you
Yeah.
know. But he was just like, yeah,
Dude, at Thanksgiving with my family,
yeah.
we were talking about our dogs,
Mm.
and all my niece and nephew did was just start going,
If you had the power of editing, I would want you to just stitch in a clip of your dog
Poppy just
just yeah. I remember like walking up to the car and like that was the first time I like would hear it and then see it and I was like, "Oh my god. Like,
yeah,
what is wrong with this?"
dude. And like first date, I hear it. I'm like, that's odd. What happened? And then I
Yeah.
got told the story. I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. It
And
was
she said
like a
she told me,
crack house dog or
yeah,
something like that. Yeah.
and she told me just like after a while it turns into white noise.
Yeah. That's
And
what it
like,
became for me. Just
yeah. And like the first couple of dates, when you're sitting there trying to watch a movie and she's up here next to my good ear,
yeah. Because she does want to be involved in the action.
yeah. And
She's
I'm
not
just
like a
like,
dog that's like, all right, I'm gonna go fuck off and
yeah.
do something else.
But like I have to crank up the TV to 80
Mm-hmm.
because I already have tinnitus. And
Mm-hmm.
then I have another dog breathing in my good ear. I'm like,
Yeah.
I love this dog, but you need
But
to be down here.
yeah.
You can chill out right here.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have the TV on so loud the neighbors across the street can
Can
hear it.
can feel the
Yeah.
vibration. All right, so I'm assuming you watched this game.
It was a fairly mediocre game, an Iowa State performance. We got to 8-4, which was my preseason prediction.
Yeah.
Carson Hansen had a hell of a game. 109 yards of rushing. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It wasn't our fuck. It wasn't even a good performance in my own opinion. Also,
Mm.
just because I've seen how good Iowa State can play.
What looks like they had one turnover. Was it a fumble?
I believe it was a fumble. Yes. Again, like it was.
By whom? Where?
Might have been a turnover on downs.
I don't think that would. Do they have like a scoop and score?
I'm not even seeing where the turnover would have been at.
I'm trying to
Maybe it was a
see if
muff punt.
that's where I was trying to see.
Muffed. Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
You know what? I do remember that. So I was sitting there like, what the fuck are we doing?
Mm-hmm.
2 games in a row? This is happening? We let a muff punt.
Oh, and that was about end of the third quarter too. So
Yeah. And
like
it was 17-7.
yeah, and then it turns into 17-10.
Yeah. I
Which
believe
is
they
good
went
to
for 2. No, they went for a field goal.
yeah.
But yeah, it was just, again, I've seen how good they played before earlier this season. It's not like just a last season type deal.
Who if you had to do like your fairy tale story, who would you like to see Iowa State play in the bowl? If you had to pick the bowl and pick the team they're playing.
So I kind of searched a little bit beforehand because there was like some early bowl predictions. They have us in the 2 people that are picking have us in the Liberty Bowl, and one's against Memphis, and one is against God. It was a Big Ten team, like one of like the lower 6-6,
like
or like
Northwestern.
yeah, I think like Northwestern.
Mm.
Yeah,
So what would your picks be if you were the commissioner or whoever picks bowl games?
yeah.
And you're like, I want Iowa State to play here, and I want them to be playing this team.
I'd like it to be a Power 4 team.
But one that you can win.
Yeah,
Or
maybe Duke,
oh,
depending on how Duke does.
that is interesting. Okay, you would want to
Well,
play
Duke is
Duke.
7 they're 7-5.
I just wouldn't imagine you wanting to watch them play Duke, but also like where and what bowl.
I think Liberty Bowl is a good area because we're not like a shit team.
What is the Liberty Bowl? Is that like a Philly thing?
Yeah, I believe it's in
like
Philly.
gotcha.
Yeah. I like their pick of the bowl, Liberty. Um, but yeah, I'd like to see it against a power forward school and not what they had us against, like a G5 school. I'm like, this is a competition.
Yeah.
But also, if we lose, we look like what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you with Nebraska?
So I would like them to play.
Because I saw one that was pretty interesting. Nebraska against Tulane.
Yeah, I wouldn't. So here's, I mean, like with the current squad that we got now, Like it's hard. But honestly, like it would be one of those things that I would like maybe like something fun. Because like last year they did like the Pinstripe Bowl in New
Mhm.
York.
Against Boston College.
Yeah, which like like not exactly the team I wanted us to play,
But it is a
but
Power 4 school.
it was powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, hmm.
But
I asked the question. I wish I would have thought of my answer before I
yeah.
asked. But anyway, we can talk about rankings.
The only things of note, Texas A&M dropped down to number 7. They dropped 4.
Do you think they dropped down far enough, and do you think Texas rose up far enough off of a win like with that game going down? Do you think
I think logos saved Texas A&M and the season that they've had of 11-1.
the people that always say
The SEC
the
definitely gets favoritism.
I was gonna when people say the matchup matters, you have Texas A&M and Oklahoma, two teams that both played Texas
Mhm.
right next to each other.
And didn't they both lose to Texas?
You are correct. They
And
both
Texas
lost.
is only number 4. Granted, they are a 3-loss team.
Yeah.
So, like, I get why they're at 14 and not within the top 12.
One of the so like they lost to
What's fucked up? Vanderbilt dropped 1 after beating Tennessee
hmm
at Tennessee. It's just like Tennessee was a ranked team and
yeah.
they dropped.
And they were only like what 4 or 5 spots away from one
Yeah.
another.
And like Miami, who played,
Georgia or not Georgia Tech. They
they
played
played Pitt.
Pitt. Yeah,
They jump up 1. Make that make sense.
yeah.
But this is the AP poll. We won't see the CFP until later tonight.
Also, call me biased. I don't think Iowa should be ranked off of a win like that.
Weren't they ranked before?
A
I think they
couple
were like
weeks
25.
a couple weeks ago they
Okay.
were ranked, and
Yeah.
then they was it the USC game they lost, and then they got out of
Yeah.
it again.
Yeah. Um yeah. There's some chaos potentially that could happen where we don't have an ACC team in the college playoffs.
Mm,
Everybody's been talking about it. If Duke wins over Virginia,
mm,
there's not a single ACC team in there cuz Duke is not even ranked at all.
mm,
And that means we'll either get Tulane, North Texas, James Madison, and UNLV, who is like they're not ranked right now, but they could with a win over Boise.
mm,
But they're like the 3 top teams of like their conference right now, and they all, or yeah, sorry, 4. All 4 of those teams are all the top in their conference,
mm.
and 3 of them are ranked right now, so they all have a chance of getting into the college football playoffs if Duke wins over Virginia.
Yeah. Which so I got to backtrack some of the things, but like going back to the thing about when teams play head to head. That's why I don't like that argument
Yeah,
when people are like, "Oh, the head to heads matters." Like, okay, like to me, they do and they don't. You
yeah.
know what I mean? Like, because
Now, so like
every week is different.
when it comes to like picking between who goes in Miami or Notre Dame,
That I'm talking more about when it comes to the rankings.
yeah,
Sorry,
no, yeah,
that's what I'm talking about.
yeah. When it comes to like the college football selection, I think that's when head to head matters, but not so much when you're doing like the AP poll
Yeah.
because it's just like you only track what their rank was
Mm,
and was it a win or not.
mm,
The more rank wins and the more wins you have in just in general,
yeah.
like let's say you didn't meet a single person that's ranked, but everybody else in the league or in the top 25 has only had 1 ranked win,
Mm.
you deserve to be
Well, actually,
ranked.
do me a favor. Like, well, actually, never mind. I won't do that. But let's take a look at this upcoming week. Um there's 9 games. I wanted to do all 9. Matt wasn't about it. So
I,
we're doing
my
7.
reasoning for it though
It's
was
sound. It's
yeah,
sound logic.
it's only the teams that are God, I got a frog in my
Not the only thing. Wink.
Jesus Christ. It's only the teams that are potentially going to be in the college football playoffs.
Yeah, which totally get.
So we have North Texas Tulane.
James Madison, Troy,
Yep, James Madison, Troy, UNLV, Boise State.
BYU, Texas Tech.
Skipped over Miami, Ohio against Western Michigan.
Sorry, Mac fans.
Yeah. I thought about putting the Maction in there, so I'm like, got to get some.
Mhm.
But then you got Georgia, Alabama, Indiana, Ohio State, and then Duke and Virginia. We left out. We already said one, Miami and Western Michigan, and then Kennesaw State and Jacksonville State. Sorry, not sorry. But the first one up, Troy and James Madison.
I'm going James Madison, but there is just a bias there
Yeah.
because I lived close to James Madison growing up.
I'm picking James Madison because they hold all the defensive stats. They were close, but not super close on some of the offensive.
I also have not watched a lick of Troy. I couldn't.
So the reason why I know about Troy is that a dude that I was in the Army with was a defensive tackle for Troy for 4 years. Was an Alabama boy. Troy's in Alabama.
Mm.
And so, like, since he didn't get picked up by Auburn or Alabama.
Mm.
But yeah, he won a couple of his conference championships with Troy, and he also won a couple bowl games with them. And so that's how I know them. And whenever we work together on like a weekend, watch Troy play football.
Nope.
Yeah.
And you're not riding with him this weekend.
No, James Madison just holds the defensive stats.
So that is who we're picking for the Sun Belt champion. The model is also picking James Madison for your Sun Belt champion.
And then North Texas Tulane. North Texas is the favorite.
You made me watch that. Wait, go back down. Are you saying the model or
sorry? Oh wow, I clicked on the wrong one. Oopsies.
Okay, I was losing my mind there for a second. I was like,
I can't read.
I was like,
all right, sorry. Tulane is the favorite according to the model.
After watching that one North Texas game, dude, I'm 100% picking Tulane.
Yeah,
like
I've seen Tulane play against K-State when I went to a Veterans game. I think we even talked about it on the podcast.
I think you're right.
And like one of the players was running through the tunnel, calling everybody a bunch of soft ass gamer words. And
Tulane player?
Tulane was to the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd watched that dude, and he was a great player. I was like, "Hey, man, you did really good out there." And like, he went from this super aggro mode to like, "Oh, hey, thanks, man, thank you for," and just sat there and bullshit with us.
Huh.
And then went over, grabbed some of his dudes, and they all came over, started shaking our hand, and saying like,
"Yeah, I think maybe you did." I think that sounds familiar.
Yeah, but just like it. I've seen Tulane play, and they're a good school. The only problem with Tulane is that they did lose their coach, and so did North Texas. North Texas head coach went to Oklahoma State.
Yep.
Tulane's coach is going to Auburn.
Yeah.
So it's just like a bunch of coaches are taking their team, are moving, which is unfortunate for Tulane, but hopefully they still kept a good deal of his staff there for his team to somewhat succeed. And we got UNLV and Boise State, which Boise State was ranked at the beginning of the season, and now they're in second place in the Mountain West Conference. And UNLV is the pretty heavy favorite. They mop the floor, except for in defensive category, which is where I was like, should I follow Boise State just because of where Boise State holds the line? And they also own time of possession. So I'm going to go against the model on this one and pick Boise.
I'll ride with the model and pick UNLV. I don't have any good reason to.
Other than the model gave you a little help.
Yeah, just looking at like the stats of the model I had picked.
One thing that almost had me go back to UNLV when I was first making my decision was that UNLV's quarterback used to be BYU's quarterback last year,
Mhm,
and he was electric. Talked about it for Heisman stuff,
mhm.
and then got caught shaboinking.
That's what I was gonna say. Isn't he the one that was caught? Yeah,
Yeah. Um.
caught. Like it's like he was.
Yeah, at our
Uh,
Mormon school.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Speaking of BYU, rematch from earlier in the season. BYU 11-1 BYU against 11-1 Texas Tech, and Texas Tech is the heavy favorite with the model, and I am also following the model on that one. Like I believe BYU is going to come in with a better game plan,
Mhm,
but I think Texas Tech is just all around better.
mhm.
And even though it's going to be a bit more of a closer game, Texas Tech's going to still come out on top.
I don't know if you know this. Luke Nichols, the outdoor boys,
Mhm,
went and got his degree at BYU.
mhm.
For
And
that reason alone, I'm going BYU.
he's also made a comeback
Oh
for one
well,
episode.
it's weird because he released 3 episodes
Sorry, yeah,
and then he made another episode, but it was for like another YouTube channel, but it's like a collaborative
yeah,
effort. So like both channels. I don't know how that works,
yeah.
but I don't know yet. He hasn't fully come out and said like, "Oh, I'm gonna keep going." I hope he does
Hmm.
because I'm a big fan. He reminds me of like old school Les Stroud Survivor Man, where
Yeah.
it was pretty much just him
Hmm.
and like he wouldn't do anything. What is going on with these ads?
I don't know, dude.
Oh, it's Etsy. Okay, that
Yeah.
makes more sense. Sorry, you can't see the screen, but like there's an Etsy ad that showing all sorts of ass on there.
What are you looking up?
I was looking up Christmas gifts
Yeah,
for my girlfriend, I promise. Who is it?
Georgia,
Georgia.
Alabama
Oh, this is a rematch.
rematch as well,
Yep.
where
And
Alabama won in Georgia.
yeah. And it broke this
Long,
long home.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm honestly gonna ride with Alabama.
And I don't blame you on it because
Yeah.
it is like a close matchup as well.
Mhm.
I think, fuck. I see that turnover ratio,
I
and it
think
makes me rethink my whole decisions on everything.
if we had like a Jeopardy category and it was like stuff that porn guys say for 200 and you went, fuck. That would be, I would give you that point.
What
So,
is fuck?
what is fuck? A damn good time. Dude, you gotta
I
stop.
gotta stop.
You gotta stop because the way you say it.
Are you gonna come?
Yeah. Fuck.
Uh,
I'm going Alabama. Or yeah, I'm going Alabama. Ty Simpson. Oh, is it Alabama, right?
yeah.
Okay, sorry. This whole thing has been fucking off the rails. Um, but yeah, I like Ty Simpson right now over Gunnar Stockton. Just honestly off of the last week's performances. So, did the cameras pick that up?
I don't think
I
so.
farted.
Nice. It's funny watching it on the camera here in front of me
Yeah.
because our hands met right where the camera's in,
Oh, nice.
and so it's just like nice. But like it was like you couldn't see past like your
Yeah.
wrist bone, like you
Mm,
couldn't see the hand, and you couldn't see my hand, but you
mm,
could tell.
yeah.
Yeah,
The contact we made.
yeah.
Are you gonna do any more
I'm
thoughts in this one? You
I'm
want to think
switching
out
over to.
loud? Like
So what
why
I'm
you
thinking of,
switch?
I'm looking at the rushing defense because Georgia can run the ball very
Do they
well.
have a do they have Frazier or look at the running back
Yeah,
real quick. I'm pretty sure they have what is his first name? Something Frazier.
Micah Bell,
No.
Nate
No, no.
Frazier.
Nate Frazier. That's
Yeah,
who I'm thinking of.
because
He's pretty good too.
yeah,
I like Nate Frazier, honestly.
Georgia has a running defense, and Alabama doesn't have a running offense, but Alabama has a passing defense.
Go with what your gut tells you. Do you think this is going to be similar to how they played earlier this season?
I think Georgia.
Also, it's
Their last
because
performance
what it's
against
going to
Georgia
be.
Tech was very
This is going to be at a neutral site.
yeah,
Correct me if I'm
and it's
wrong.
gonna well, it's Athens, Georgia, or no, Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah, they're playing in the
Neutral.
yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't call that neutral, but
But you're telling me that Alabama fans aren't going to travel?
they are going to travel. I'm gonna stick with Bama,
Yeah.
which leads us into the next one: Indiana, Ohio State.
I'm going Indiana.
I'm going Indiana as well.
Sounds like
So
the
is the
model.
model. The one thing that has me a bit nervous though is the uh the defensive categories, but even then, like they are still somewhat fairly close.
Yeah. I mean, Ohio State has a couple first round picks in
Yeah,
the defense. For me, I think Indiana's had a tougher road to get to where they have to where they are, in my opinion. Um, yeah, so I'm gonna go Indiana.
so. And I don't even think I need to ask you about the Virginia Duke. I believe
I
Virginia's going to win.
I am also going Virginia. Now, I do like Duke
Duke has beat Virginia already before, or
this
Virginia.
season.
Yeah,
I don't think that's
I
correct.
thought they played. We'll just check Virginia's
I
schedule.
thought Virginia had the win.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Virginia already had the win.
God, and it was recent.
Yeah, dude, and it's like I was looking at it. There was a five-way tie for who goes in between SMU, Miami, Pittsburgh, Georgia Tech, and Duke.
Mm,
And literally it was just like head to head. This team beat this team, but that team lost to this team. Connecting red string
yeah,
around, and then up Duke's the
yeah, and I mean Duke's got stomped out last time they played. Where are they playing? Where's this game happening?
Charlotte, North Carolina. They won over Elon, then lost to
That's
Illinois, lost to Tulane,
yeah.
beat NC State, won over Syracuse, uh, beat Cal, lost to Georgia Tech, beat Clemson, lost to UConn, lost to Virginia, won over North Carolina, Wake Forest, and then now they have Virginia.
Mhm.
How did North Carolina out?
Not great. Bill Belichick's first year was not super good.
4-8. They did worse than Florida State, so
But hey, hopefully foundation to grow.
yep. Or he just retires finally. When are you gonna learn, old man? So, going over our picks from last week, I am 121 and 72, and you are 126 and 67. Both were wrong on the Lions.
Tough.
Tough.
Yeah, that one. Which it
Yeah.
was it was Thanksgiving ball. So like but
Yeah.
the person that you were playing in fantasy had Jordan Love on his bench, 40 points.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah.
um, Cowboys won.
Over the Chiefs.
Ravens, Bengals. I had Ravens, you had Bengals.
Yeah.
And you initially were like, if Joe Burrow's not playing, I'm gonna go Ravens, but Joe Burrow showed up
Mm-hmm.
and he did really good. The Bears won, 49ers won, Jags won, Colts lost, Dolphins won, Falcons lost in a wild ending.
Yeah.
Um, I had said if Baker Mayfield's showing up, I'm going Bucks. But if not, who was even the other team? The
The
Cards.
Cardinals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the Bucks won. Rams lost. Heartbreak of a game.
Yeah.
heartbreak.
I was
And like
working,
when I was
but
seeing that, Matt, like I watched the Rams lose and I saw the Huskers lose, and then at the time you were like on
I
the verge of losing in
yeah,
fantasy.
that was a weird time for me
And I was just like,
because
is he about to get the low fecta?
yeah, no, I was in the hurt locker, and like the thing is, it's like I was feeling really good because it was like Matt Stafford broke the record of like
Yeah.
28 consecutive touchdowns with no picks, and then he throws back to back picks. One of them was a pick six.
Yep.
One of them was to Nick Scott, who used to play for our defense.
Hmm.
And then final drive of the game, I'm like, okay, they're driving. We're getting into their side of the field and strip sack fumble in the game. And
Yep.
I was like,
Yeah.
so to me, I don't think it's the biggest like. Well, this is a slight bump in the road. I
Yeah.
didn't really expect us to go undefeated
Hmm.
into the playoffs.
Yeah.
I think a loss like this will help the team.
Hmm.
I can say more of the stuff later.
Yeah.
Seahawks won. You had picked the Steelers. Who was even the quarterback? Was it Mason Rudolph or did it
It
start
started off Aaron
Aaron
Rodgers, and
Rodgers
then
and
when the
then
game got out of hand, it was just put in
Mason
free
Rudolph?
Mason
Yeah,
Rudolph.
which
And also,
I've been seeing that they're talking about putting in Will Howard for a little bit.
honestly, like I'd start Mason Rudolph. He looked better. The offense looked more electric
Mm,
underneath Mason Rudolph.
hmm,
Just start off the week, like this week's practice with Mason Rudolph
yeah,
and go through. Like Aaron Rodgers is a great quarterback, but he's out of his prime now.
yeah.
He has great football IQ, and having him,
I think also the receivers that they have does not help.
no, you have one star receiver,
Who isn't playing like a star receiver?
yeah, and then you have,
The fattest tight end in the league.
yeah, he's also 6'7", 311,
Yeah. Okay.
311.
I was wondering what you were doing there.
And also, dude, all right, there was
I
I
had
think it
picked
was
the
an
Bills, by the
interception.
way.
It was an interception or a missed pass, and they overthrew Darnell Washington. And I'm like,
How?
how?
How do you do
How
that?
do you overthrow a 6'7"
Yeah. Throw it
giant?
behind
Yeah,
him, throw it ahead of him, and you just can't make up like that. That makes sense
no,
to
but it was
me.
like a sideline pass.
Yeah.
I think it was an incompletion, and it was
Mhm.
supposed to be like a third down, fourth down completion or whatever. And it was in a clutch moment. Overthrows Darnell Washington. I'm like,
Mhm.
he is right there.
Yeah.
There's not even a defender within his wingspan.
Did you see the latest news with the Steelers where they cut Big Play Slay and then
Yeah.
they signed Adam Thielen, which I
I
was
what?
yeah, they
I thought
picked him.
Adam Thielen retired.
He retired, but then they moved him over to the which also I think you're thinking of.
Because I saw something that Adam Thielen retired from Minnesota.
I think it was just like they just
He
kind of put him
retired,
on
and they're like, "Hey, dog."
waivers or something, and
Yeah.
yeah, the Steelers picked him up. Chargers
Okay.
won. We both picked that. We both picked the Broncos, and then Sunday night the Patriots did an ass whooping to the Giants.
Yes.
So let's do a little bit of a deeper dive. How was your Thanksgiving?
It was a good Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Was able to hit both families' Thanksgiving.
Hmm.
When I say both families, me and my girlfriend's family Thanksgivings. Um, yeah, was able to get through. Ate lots of food, but also because we had that Friendsgiving, we were like, I really don't want to eat any more Thanksgiving because we had a whole week of leftovers.
Yeah.
And so going in from a whole week of leftovers into more Thanksgiving food,
Do you have any of our like dishes or anything?
your dishes.
Yeah.
I thought Aaron brought it home.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, the Packers Lions game. It started to look like the Lions were going to make a comeback in the second quarter when they scored 14.
Oh, and the 13. Or
Yeah,
sorry. No, never mind. I'm looking at the wrong way.
yeah. And then they kept it looking like it was going to happen still in the third quarter, but then Packers just kept on pulling
Did you,
away little by little. And I was upset. Chiefs Cowboys, I was super happy because
mm,
when the Chiefs Cowboys game was going on, I was at my brother's house for Thanksgiving,
Mm-hmm.
and my nephew's an insufferable little Chiefs fan with the Patrick Mahomes haircut.
My grandparents are insufferable Chiefs fans.
Yeah,
They don't have the haircut,
yeah,
but yeah, they were
yeah.
over and they were just giving their like bad commentary. Now, the thing that kind of benefited and hindered me
Hmm.
for Thanksgiving is my mom called me over to like do Thanksgiving festivity stuff, but she was like doing it under the things of like, oh, like, do you want to come over here and learn how to cook it? The problem is I've already known how to cook all of her stuff.
Hmm.
So like I was honestly just over there like helping her out the whole time.
Hmm.
Like just cooking. So like I was just in the kitchen the whole time making all like the side dishes.
Yeah. But yeah, like so I love my niece and nephew to death, right? But he grew up a Chiefs fan when the Chiefs were good,
Mhm.
and I don't think he's ready for the heartbreak.
Breaking news: 5-star quarterback Jared Curtis flips commitment from Georgia to Vanderbilt, becoming the highest rated signee in program history.
Diego Pavia leaked that Monday
Did
on
he?
the Bussin' with the Boys podcast.
Oh,
But since it's not uploaded till Tuesday, yeah,
huh.
yeah, he leaked it like before it was announced.
Wow.
And so I'm just like, all right.
So not breaking news to you, but
Yeah.
to me it was.
But yeah, that's not the first time Georgia's lost a 5-star recruit to other schools just because they couldn't close the deal.
Hmm.
Yeah. Or like another school gets hot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, it was fun to watch the Chiefs lose in front of him again.
Yeah,
Like,
especially like going up, like I think what they went up 14-0 pretty quick.
yeah.
Dak threw like a really early interception, what like the second or
Hmm.
third play of the game. Yeah, I think it was a third play because it was like a third down and they did
Yeah.
that
And then
zero coverage blitz or whatever the fuck they like to
he
do.
had no idea what a holding call was. And like Simmons, 71 Simmons, the left guard,
Yeah, he's the
had,
rookie if I
yeah,
remember
he
right.
had two holding calls back to back.
Mm,
You know, like, and then, like it's like the most blatant holding call. I'm like,
yeah.
yes,
Hmm.
nephew,
Yeah.
that is a hold. When you grab a motherfucker and then twist him 180 degrees after he
Mm-hmm.
beats you, that's a holding call.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was fun to watch, and I'm like, all right, cool. I need to go celebrate in private
Yeah.
and not in front of him like I did at the Super Bowl, where I'm going, fly, fly.
Joe Burrow looked really great in his comeback.
He did. He looked phenomenal. And
Espe well, that AFC North, man, like you just can't
dude,
put like so like the Steelers lost, the Ravens lost.
with the Steelers' loss, that put the Ravens back in first place because they
Yeah.
went from first place at the beginning of this week or last weekend.
Hmm.
They were in first place, lost, dropped to second. Steelers lost, they get back to first, but now the Steelers and the Bengals are in the hunt
Yeah.
for the playoff for like in a wild card spot. I'm like, especially with Joe Burrow coming back now, and fuck, dude, even the Dolphins are in the hunt too, which is wild.
Yeah. And then
We
that
thought they
that
were dead.
in the AFC South with like the Texans and the Colts.
Yeah,
But I mean, like, also, who would have thought that at the beginning of the season that the Bears would be the number one team in the NFC right now
yeah, not me.
with their back-to-back win over playoff or with
Like
Super
playoff team,
Bowl?
Super Bowl team.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because that we're switching over to the Black Friday game. They had a great performance.
yeah,
And like, dude, you gotta talk about Ben Johnson more in the Coach of the Year award.
yeah. Like
He
if
too.
unless if something happened to Mike Vrabel's team,
Yeah, I'm taking out kind of the Colts.
yeah,
Is it Coach Stefanski or
yeah,
Stefanski?
Stefanski, yeah,
It's one of those east of the
yeah,
block names I'm gonna always struggle with, but yeah, man, like we gotta. It's between for me, yeah, it's between Rabel
and Ben Johnson,
and Ben Johnson.
two coaches that turned their programs around in 1 year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
off of like just no hope
yeah,
either.
yeah.
Like so, it's yeah, it really great for that.
And Kyle Shanahan too, as well. They're what the 49ers going in the
Yeah,
9-4,
with like a lot of injuries.
playing through all the injuries. I
Yeah,
wouldn't put him as like my pick.
hmm,
He deserves to be in the conversation.
sure.
Not my pick though.
Yeah.
That's my own opinion on it.
Yeah.
I'm undoing my belt.
Go ahead.
Digging into my.
I guess we'll use that as transition. Like, yeah, Shador got 1 touchdown. Looks like him and Jared Judy were getting into an argument on the sidelines.
Brock Purdy hit the Dougie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
apparently
pretty clean
Yeah,
too.
enough that George Kittle went like, yeah. But dominant win over the Browns. I mean, dare I say, who'da thunk?
Yeah.
Who'da thunk it?
Also, who would have thunked it? Jaguars 25-3.
Dude, I'm not looking forward to the biggest battle of mid this week with the Browns and the Titans. Is that this week or is that?
I think it might be this upcoming week.
Yeah. Now I'm also a little because I'm curious between. It's going to be more of a battle between Cam Ward and Shador.
Yeah.
But the thing is Shador has
a solid defense behind him.
I was going to say the luxury of like the scary dog.
Yeah.
Whatever privilege that the girl and that dog. His name is Myles Garrett.
Yeah. Who is
Cam Ward doesn't really have anybody like that.
More an offensive line that can block.
No, and like in my opinion, Myles Garrett is the defensive player of the year.
Yeah.
Like,
I'd agree.
There's other players you can kind of put in there, but for me, I mean, he's getting close to passing the record for most sacks in the season.
Lawrence Taylor.
Yeah.
He's pretty close.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then we're not even anywhere, like we're near the end, but not near the end.
CJ Stroud came back. He looked fine, you know. I mean, you just gotta let the defense do his work and limiting Jonathan Taylor under 100 rushing yards. He didn't even get into the end zone.
Seems to be the plan on how to stop the Colts.
Yeah, if you eliminate the run, Nick Chubb got in there for a touchdown, which I'm kind of glad.
Kind of glad he got a touchdown.
Yeah.
Saints Dolphins 21-17. My favorite part when I was rewatching the game is that like in the fourth quarter when the Saints were driving, to potentially seal the game for the Saints, the Dolphins defense headset wasn't working.
Oh.
And so literally their captain just came out with a play, pulled a play out of his ass, and then put everybody where he wanted them to be.
Oh.
And then that what set up Minka Fitzpatrick to get
for
a pick six.
Yeah.
To win them the game. Which I think is hilarious. Like, he's sitting there looking over the sideline. He's just like, huh? Like, I can't hear you. And then Mike McDaniel.
Yeah,
Mike McDaniel. He's sitting there thinking, like, do I call this timeout just so I can get the play out there? But he just kind of gives him like the wave off, like, we're good.
Yeah.
And then pick six. Falcons, Jets. Two-glove Taylor.
Tyrod Taylor, yeah.
He looked...
And that rookie Mitchell from the Colts that they traded over, he actually didn't cost his team the win. 8 receptions, over 100 yards, got a TD off of it. Fucking fantasy was like, oh, you should pick this guy up. I was like, no. I don't think so.
Nick Folk, who everybody used to massacre online.
I think he had that one bad season, and since then he's been a pretty reliable. But he's definitely like a journeyman. Like he travels around.
He had a 53-yard field goal
for the win.
Yeah, for the win, and it barely snuck in over in the left corner.
Wow.
And I'm just like, dude, you just need to retire, man.
No.
Like you see his face, like they kept on panning over to his face. I'm like, this guy's old as fuck.
Kickers can have that luxury. I mean, Adam Vinatieri was ancient.
Yeah, but he was also still nailing kicks for a long time.
I think kickers age like fine wine.
Yep. Cards, Bucks, Baker Mayfield.
Even Jacoby Brissett. Man.
Yeah. I'm extremely impressed with how Jacoby...
Sorry. Yeah. The goal was to get it over the railing. It was not to hit the
painting on the wall. Not to hit the painting.
Yeah.
Jacoby Brissett has continued to impress me every week. He's thrown for over 300 yards in almost every single one of his starts.
And like he doesn't turn the ball over very poorly. He does a good job. Like even with I think their wide receiver core is like abysmal.
Yeah.
You got running back, like you're out of James Conner, your star running back. Like their number one back is Bam Knight.
Yeah.
But you're still feeding Terry McBride, which I'm fucking grateful for.
Yeah.
Or not Terry
8
McBride.
receptions,
Uh,
60
which
82 yards, 1 TD.
that touchdown was what catapulted me back to
Yeah.
win because like he wasn't getting a whole lot of touches, and that touchdown
Mhm.
saved me.
Yeah.
Because like our we'll get into fantasy, but
Yeah.
it's getting a little too close for my comfort.
Yeah. We've already talked Rams Panthers.
Yeah, it sucks.
Matt Stafford throwing 2 picks kind of
And then the
fucked
fumble
me.
at the end.
Kind of
And then
made my butthole pucker a little bit with fantasy
yeah,
because I'm like, oh fuck.
the defense also just not being like this is like they let out some pretty big explosive
Mhm.
plays.
Chuba Hubbard, 17 carries, 83 yards.
Yeah,
Viking Seahawks. Whoever has the Seahawks defense in fantasy is probably extremely happy right now.
dude, what the fuck was that one throw where he's like it's worse than the Will Levis throw
Yeah.
from last year where he's like going down and he's just like but he's not even looking at like here's the line.
Yeah.
He's like that.
Yeah.
I have no idea what the fuck he was thinking. And I don't get like the idea of like like because here's the thing, like JJ McCarthy is not great.
No.
Is he better than that guy though?
Yes.
So what are we doing?
And like, so
I feel bad, like free Justin Jefferson's,
Yeah.
but that's also gonna just destroy the Vikings fan
Yeah.
base. Because then who's your like big name star?
Mhm.
Andrew Van Hinkle? Like,
Yeah.
is that
Jordan Addison.
even
Yeah.
then?
And you got
like,
Aaron Jones Sr. crying on the sideline.
yeah. So I'm on team free jetters, but you better make it worth your fucking while. You better get like 2 or 3 first rounders,
Mhm.
and you better fucking
Hey.
which I like. I like Kevin O'Connell.
Yeah.
Like he's a pretty
like,
decent coach.
Honestly, with JJ McCarthy, like I'm stealing it from Greg Olson, but he said like, dude, like you already know your season's done with. Just let him go out there and throw the ball around. Play some backyard football.
Yeah.
Let him. Who cares? Pick or touchdown.
And the thing is too is like a big problem that like Vikings fans and I don't think anyone really acknowledges is that O line is garbage.
Yes.
And I think when JJ McCarthy or any quarterback, I mean, you saw it on that
With
play.
Sam Darnold, like Sam Darnold came in and fucked you guys up along with the Seattle defense.
Yeah, which like I said,
Yeah.
revenge game for Sam. Anyway, but Bill Steelers
First half looked good, and then it just went to shit.
first half being up 7-3.
Yeah. It was like,
Yeah.
all right, we can do this.
Because what you guys had like 2 turnovers in the first half? Was it a James Cook fumble and then
Yeah. We got some turnovers. We're able,
Yeah.
and then
but you didn't really do much with them.
no. Yeah, it was. I was like, all right, cool. There's signs of life.
Mhm.
Yeah. Darnell Washington, this is how the game went. It was an all James Cook game because Darnell Washington is the leading receiver with 2 receptions and 45 yards.
Mhm.
We let the Bills come in and run for over 240 yards, which has not been done since 1970.
Yeah, I think they broke a record or they set a record in Heinz Field.
Yeah, in Heinz Field. And as much as I don't want to say it, but I'm starting to lean a little bit more towards like my meter of the fire Mike Tomlin.
I've been on that since last year. I've been on the like
I haven't fully switched yet, but it's like if you don't pull something out of your ass right now.
And the thing I don't like the sentiment of like oh you fans are like unappreciative. Like you know how many teams just beg for a winning season.
Ryan.
And it's like, dude, like that is not what we came here.
This
like
is a Steeler.
We came here to win a championship.
Yeah.
The goal is not to like me as a Huskers fan. I'm not sitting there at the beginning of the season going like the goal is to get to a bowl game. That is the goal is to get to the playoffs and try to contend.
Yeah.
It is not just to settle for a winning season.
It's like if I win, like let's say the Orange Bowl is like, or sorry, if I make it to the AFC Championship, I was trying to go back to college.
Yeah.
If I make it to the AFC Championship and lose, that's a disappointment season.
Mm-hmm.
I'm expecting Super Bowl every fucking year with the
Yeah.
Steelers. Because we've done it. Us and the Patriots are the only ones that own 6 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
There's a reason why so many people hate on the Steelers across the
Yeah.
country.
I would say a part of that like the Patriots is a little bit more of a recent success, while the Steelers were kind of like
Yeah.
older, more ground. Yeah, like back when Cherry Bradshaw was.
And then Bill Cowher started to get us back into it,
Mhm.
where we had some devastating loss in the AFC Championship games.
And here's the thing,
then
I'm
to
not
the
even saying
Super
like
Bowl.
Mike Tomlin doesn't deserve a job. I'm saying he deserves a fresh start. Like he needs to just get out of Pittsburgh and just honestly like just start from scratch.
Yeah.
I will
My
say
problem though with this is that like I don't know who the Steelers would pick up that can maintain
you would honestly, if I were them, I would go after a college coach.
Lincoln.
Probably not
I'm
Lane
kidding. I'm
Kiffin.
kidding.
Honestly, like what if they threw your boy Matt Campbell a whole lot of bones?
I don't think Matt Campbell would go up to NFL just yet. I think
a lot of people are asking him to though.
Detroit Lions did before they picked up Dan Campbell.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, fuck. Just like, no, it was actually they wanted Matt Campbell to be the DC, I think.
Sure.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just
I'm not even like I don't even think the Steelers should do like a former player thing like Dan Campbell.
Yeah.
Like I think you go after like kind of like a younger college
What
coach.
Matt Patricia.
That's not where my head was
Like the
at.
Ohio State defensive coordinator.
Well, you remember he used to coach for
The
Detroit.
Patriots.
He was the head coach for the Lions back a long time ago. That's a thought.
Yeah,
that's a thought.
That's been like the only like because I was thinking the only one I can think of is like a college coach. I don't think Ryan Day is going to leave Ohio State.
Not anytime soon.
Kirby Smart's not going to leave
Jordan.
Matt Patricia. He just showed, he's a very good and like the Steelers defense needs a good defensive coach.
Have you guys gotten rid of your defensive coordinator?
No, not yet.
I am.
Yeah.
I wait until for
probably Black Monday.
Black Monday.
Yeah.
Raiders, Chargers,
Tsunami Vidal.
Yeah, it sounds like Justin Herbert got hurt. And he got like a left hand. He went in for surgery Monday.
Yeah.
He's going to be day by day to see. My opinion of it, like here's the thing. I know you guys are trying to compete. Who was their backup quarterback?
I don't even know who their backup quarterback was. I watched this game. Did not know that Justin Herbert got hurt.
Yeah, he like either broke his left hand or he something happened with his non-throwing hand. And he got hurt, which helped me out because he did not get as many points as he was projected. Broncos, Commanders,
solid game.
The Von Miller Bowl, if you will. Very solid game.
Zach Ertz did me good.
Yeah,
10 receptions, 106 yards.
Yeah, I bet you he did do pretty good.
Yeah, 20 points.
Marcus Mariota, he didn't look too bad. Even with like a really tough defense, I think he turned the ball over. Well, he threw like what? Did he throw an interception in the first quarter?
Mariota?
Yeah.
I believe so, yes.
I think so.
Yeah.
And then fucking Patriots just absolutely smashed the Giants. I feel bad. Jackson Dart was playing, which I was a little surprised about, and then he got absolutely popped. But I love his mentality with it of like, hey, this is football; it's going to happen.
Yeah.
I also respect his team for being a little aggressive because, in my opinion, like it's a rush out of bounds. I get it. Like, but opposed to launching yourself at him, how about you just push him out?
Yeah.
Like, and that would be probably like what the offense is thinking. Now, as a defensive. More defensive guy.
Does?
Yeah, no, I get it.
They're like, you're not going to let him do that.
I get it.
Yeah.
I 100% get it.
The one notable thing that I saw from this was that Jackson Dart made a mid-air throw. Like, he had jumped up to, like, try and hurdle over a dude. And, like, while still in the air, transitioned from holding the ball to up and through for a first down.
I had not seen that, so I gotta try and.
It was pretty impressive. Like, jumps up, kind of gets held up in the air a little bit by the defender he's, like, falling onto.
Yeah.
And then transitions from pocketing it to bam.
Here's the thing. I hope the future is bright for the Giants. Like, honestly.
If they kept their coach,
Brian Dable.
Yeah. Oh shit. Actually, I mean,
I don't know if you want him to go to the
let's be
Steelers.
honest. The Giants GMs are the ones that are fucking them.
Yeah,
I mean, there's another one that
potentially he's out there.
potentially he's out there. Fantasy.
Yeah,
She said rude.
she's the one that she interrupted our show. How do you want to start?
Let's start off with your game. It was definitely more butthole clenching game. Even the rankings called it the closest game of the week.
So I played. OJ was framed. I was projected to win. I don't want to say handedly, but I think at one point it was like
Yeah.
68 to 32, I
Yeah.
believe. Um,
It was looking good, and then OJ was framed. Who was it?
he
Jacoby
had
Myers.
Jacoby Myers popped off for him and Bijan Robinson. Those were the two players that like initially got my
Yeah.
butthole clinched. But
Travis Kelce, Bucky Irving also did good.
yeah. Those ones didn't get to me as much. So like here's the thing, the Rams defense, I was a little disappointed in them, but the other defense I had was Denver, so it was either 2 points or 4 points. So like I'm not sweating there.
Yeah.
Brandon Aubrey got 13 points for me, so I was happy with that. Christian Watson, I put him in as a last minute.
Mm-hmm.
I originally had Alec Pierce in there, which even then wouldn't have been bad.
Yeah.
But got me an extra point. Terry McBride. Let me see here. Well, not Terry. Fucking goddamn Trey McBride. I keep saying Terry McBride, and it's because I'm thinking of
Yeah. Scary Terry.
no, who the fuck is the actor?
Terry Crews.
Danny McBride.
Oh,
That's
Danny
I don't
McBride.
know why, but they mix in my head. I had Kenneth Gainwell in there. Absolutely shit the bed. I am dropping him, and I'm going to try to pick up a different
Yeah.
running back for this week. Christian McCaffrey, he didn't do his projected 20, but he did 17, so like still pretty decent. Jamar Chase didn't do his projected 25, but 18, still pretty good. Devontae Adams, 21 over his 15, so like that one I felt good. And Joe Burrow, I was a little nervous. I was sitting like like
do I start him his first week back?
Do I start him his first week back?
Yeah.
Was exact. I was like, he's going versus the Ravens defense, who's kind of picking up a gear in these last couple games. So I was like, should I just keep in Darnold? Which I'm glad I didn't, because he did not great at all. He only got 3 points. But I also had Jacoby Brissett, who had 23 points.
Yeah.
But overall, like, felt good. Felt like the win was, definitely, because if I would have lost, I would have been put into the mix with you lot of 6 and 7s, which rounds it goes from 5th place to 8th place. Now, even if I did lose, I still would have kept my spot in the rankings just because I have more points than you guys. But for me, like my goal is to make it to like the main playoffs.
Yeah.
Especially just how my season started and where we're at right now. I have a big task ahead of me this week of Epstein's flight log, but we are at 50-50 right now.
Yeah.
So,
and he's got some players that, like, if they pop off,
and that's
they
the thing.
go off.
So, like, this sucks for me because this week I don't have Christian McCaffrey. He's on bye. That sucks.
Yeah.
That took a lot of wind out of my sails. Other than that, everybody else is pretty good to go. Joe Burrow, Devontae Adams, Jamar Chase. Talking about getting rid of Gainwell, I put in Malungai from the Bears. I feel like he's getting that weird effect that like Kenneth Walker and Charbonnet get, where like
DeAndre Swift runs down the field.
No, like Malungai runs down the field and Swift gets in there for the touchdown.
Yeah.
That's kind of like the way I've been seeing it. So I'm a little nervous. And they're playing Green Bay, which that's not exactly the easiest team to run on. But I feel pretty good. I'm starting Denver's defense over the Rams as well, because Arizona, I feel like they're just a team that they're going to score points.
Yeah.
But Denver playing Las Vegas Raiders. like that's a team I'm like, all right, they're gonna get back there, they're gonna
Yeah.
hurt, they're gonna get some
Hmm.
turnovers. So I feel pretty good about that one. Now he's got Jalen Hurts, Puka Nacua, who I tried to trade off of him, he wouldn't give him up.
Hmm.
Devontae Smith, Jameer Gibbs, who like that is like the big bad that I'm looking at. We're like,
Yeah.
damn, you're gonna probably run all over Dallas, aren't
Depending on
you?
who. Yeah.
He has
Fuck.
Jalen Warren, Kyle Pitts, um, Tez Johnson, which I will be there at that game as they play New Orleans. And he has Chase McLaughlin, Tampa Bay's kicking, and then he has Kansas City's defense, but they're playing the Texans, so I'm
Yeah.
a little bit nervous with that game too.
And so like that's where like I'll talk a bit about my week. I was really sitting there wondering who to put
Mm,
in my receiver core between DK Metcalf, Jaden Higgins, Romeo Dobbs, and Keyshawn Boutte.
I think it's just Keyshawn Booty.
Booty?
Mm.
Okay.
Is it
Keyshawn
the
Booty.
is
Yeah.
it the
Oh, and I also have
Patriots?
Jordan Addison. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just Booty.
And I was like, Jordan Addison isn't going to do shit with JJ McCarthy. I didn't even know they're putting in their third string quarterback. I'm super glad I didn't put him in. Jordan Mason didn't do anything either. Um, I should have followed my gut and put in Booty over DK Metcalf
Mm-hmm.
because he got 1350. And I did put Jaden Higgins in over Romeo Dobbs, but
Mm-hmm.
Jaden Higgins still got me 1150. All around, like my team did good.
Yeah.
They either were just underneath expectations or beat expectations. None of them were like at their. But Konami Vidal got me almost 30 points. New England's defense got me 11. And then Zach Ertz got me 20. Which, when Zach Ertz got me 20, that put me almost a 50-point lead over Hail Mary.
Mm-hmm.
But he still
Number
had,
2 team in the league,
yeah, he still had Drake May and Theo Johnson, which Theo Johnson,
the Giants tight end.
he has some games where he can pop off for like
Yeah.
a good number of points, and so does Drake May. And I'm like,
Especially I think Jackson Dart, he's been going to him pretty
yeah.
consistently.
And I have Travion Henderson as well, who underperformed but still got me enough to make me
Hold
feel
on.
secure.
Yeah.
I finished off I won over the number 2 team, upset. There was also multiple upsets this week.
So looking at it, I'm just going to do the next game. Number 10 team now, but the previous number 12 team, Tom, I'm going to kiss your kids on the mouth, Brady, absolutely smashed G-Man's team,
Yeah.
which moved G-Man into that 12th place spot.
Yeah. I have to play against him this week, but I'm losing Travion Henderson, and Vidal is going against the Phillies defense. Derrick Henry's going against Pittsburgh.
Mhm.
Um, I feel comfortable about Matt Stafford. Don't know about DK Metcalf, but I also don't know who I'm going to put in over him because it's either him or Jordan Addison.
Yeah.
And I don't know the quarterback room for Washington.
Number 5 team, did he draft him? Upset a really big margin, almost 100 points. Did he draft him? Beat I've seen Slight Log, which is the number 3 team. I don't see where most of these points. Like, is it just okay? So it was mostly. So did he draft him? Had Seattle's defense for 30 points. He had Cortland Sutton for 17, Brock Bowers for 22, Jamal Williams for 17, Brees Hall for 15, CD Lamb for 24, and Patrick Mahomes for 37. And then let's see here. Epstein's Flight Log had Kansas City defense for 1 point, Tez Johnson for 1.5 points, and then Jalen Hurts didn't make his goal. Puka Nacua didn't make his goal. Devontae Smith didn't make his goal. Jameer Gibbs didn't make his goal. So with all the points that Diddy drafted went over their projected, Epstein's Flight Log didn't get anywhere close.
Um, what I'm a bit nervous for is that I don't know what the Steelers Ravens matchup is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one where the Steelers absolutely show up and show out
Mm-hmm.
because he has my G Man's team has Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
and he also had
Well, he's probably not going to play. I wouldn't imagine he
yeah,
start.
I really hope he doesn't, and I hope it's a last second decision
Yeah.
so that he can't pick up another quarterback.
Coming for you, beat Auto Draft Dream Team, and then the number one team, Patrick Mahomes, which won their matchup of the week, beat number 6 team, 2 girls, 1 cup, which brings the league standings to number 1, Patrick Mahomes, 11-2. Number 2 is Hail Mary Van blank. Sorry. Uh, 10-3. You're good. That's nothing.
Yeah,
Um, Number 3 team, Epstein's Flight Log is 8-5. Number 4 is Run the Jewels, my team, 7-6. And then 5 through 8 are all 6-7. So you got Diddy Draft 'em, 2 girls, 1 cup, Stealer Virginity, and then Coming for You, and they are all just by points. And then Auto Draft Dream Team is at 5-8. So is Tom on Kiss Your Kids Brady, who's just didn't want to finish 12th, so we don't need to
yeah,
worry about him doing the punishment. The number 1 team projected, the undefeated prodigy,
yep,
last year's champion, OJ was framed as 4-9, sharing that bottom spot with G-Man's team. They're both 4-9, and
yeah.
they are the
The only
11th and
thing that's
12th.
keeping him from being 12th is he has 1,600 points,
And
which
G-Man.
1,600 points normally would have you in the top 5, top 6.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, he would be top 5
Yeah.
if we were just going off of points alone.
Mm-hmm.
So my matchup, if I mean, ideally, if I won depending on how many points, if I beat Epstein's Flight Log, like how he lost last
Yeah.
week, I could move up to third. Um, so that one, I would love a win here, especially just because it doesn't get easier, and
Yeah.
we're getting into.
Oh, and Diddy Draft him has to go against Hail Mary.
Yeah, so I'm hoping that did draft him because if I can win this week, then I feel really good about going into next
Yeah.
week and going because I have to play Hail Mary
Yeah.
in the last week of the regular season. But if I lose back to back, then my chances in the playoffs are
Yeah.
gone. So
I feel even if I lose this week, which I am not expected to lose, but still, like my team's been all over the place.
mm,
Um, I still feel confident, especially going in my last matchup, which I believe it's against Tom on McKissick Kids Brady. So I have to go against the 2 bottom players in the league.
yeah.
So it's just like I feel confident, but I just need to if I can win out, I'd be happy. But
So are you going to potentially reach out to G Man and see if he loses what route he's gonna go for
I think he might have
punishment
forgotten about the
wise?
punishment because I remember I showed him it
Yeah,
and he laughed. He said, "Oh,
yeah.
that's a good one." And I don't think he remembers it. And if he does, he just hasn't brought it up to me.
He's got 2 weeks. Here's the thing. I think of all people, I think we get a win-win situation if OJ was framed because I think he would be probably one of the few people that would actually do the bend.
Yeah, I'd do it, but then he immediately
Just
shaved my
go
head
bald.
after that.
I
Yeah,
don't know. Depends. Like, is it that haircut? Because if I had to just do like a goofy haircut, I would do like a Friar Tuck styled
yeah,
haircut. That would be what I would want to do.
yeah.
And then I don't know.
I'll do the eternal chin strap.
I would ride it out for a little bit. Now my job would probably not be thrilled
Yeah,
with me, but it's one of the things that's like, I don't know.
yeah.
Suck it,
Um,
dude.
Cowboys Lions. I'm going to stick with the Lions, but I'm not
I'm
100%
also
confident
sticking with
on
the
it.
Lions. I'm hoping that the defense of the Lions, who I think is just slightly better than the Cowboys, sorry, the
Yeah,
Cowboys. I do think that sentiment of the Cowboys having a trash defense is gone.
yeah,
And honestly, dude, and like nobody saved this because we were pretty big Cowboy haters when we first started the show. I kind of want the Cowboys to win the NFC East.
really.
I kind of do.
It'd be funny to see
over
the
the
crash out of
Eagles.
the Eagles
Over the
fans.
Eagles, yeah. Because
Yeah,
once that team doesn't make a playoff, it's just going to implode on
yeah.
themselves. Fucking Devontae Smith is probably going to leave. AJ Brown's going to leave.
Saquon.
Saquon, the defense, like that team, I just don't see a lot of like cohesion and
Yeah,
unity, especially when you lose like a guy like Jason Kelsey, which I feel like a
mhm,
lot of people loved and respected.
yeah. I already put you down for the Seahawks over the Falcons.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that is accurate.
I'm gonna go Bengals over the Bills. I know that might be. I think Joe Burrow is gonna make a statement.
I'm also gonna go Bengals over Bills. But I know like Josh Allen needs to like he needs this win more
Yeah,
than I think the Bengals do. But I feel like the Bengals like they're looking at it like we can make a playoff spot.
yeah.
Like
We have a chance to sneak in.
if we win out and if the Ravens and the Steelers keep doing this bullshit,
Yeah,
either here's the thing, honestly, I don't see them making wild card. They got to win the AFC North or nothing.
yeah,
Either that or you just wreck people's
yeah,
years. So especially with the Bills, like you're trying to compete with the Patriots, and I don't think the Bills want a playoff spot. You're gonna need to change that.
Oh,
You're
okay.
gonna need to change that. I'm gonna go Titans. I do think here's the thing. I am going purely off of
Shedeur
Cam
Sanders.
Ward.
Yeah,
I'm
Shedeur
I'm
Sanders hate.
not not Shador Sanders hate. I'm going off
Sure.
of if I think just watching the competitiveness between Cam Ward and Shador,
Hmm.
I think that's what's going to really like Cam Ward, and he's going to do literally anything in his power to win this
Yeah.
game. Now, I do think they have a tough ask with that defense.
Yes. And
So,
that's pretty much where I'm leaning into the Browns.
yeah, no,
Is
I get
that
it.
the Titans have no offensive line,
No, none.
and
They don't even have
you have
like
to go
any
against.
offensive weapons.
Yeah, you have to go against Miles Garrett,
Yeah, who is
and the Titans are already have. I think they're the most sacked team in the NFL right now.
yeah, I think you're right. And Cam Ward is 7 touchdowns for 6 interceptions.
Yeah,
I get it.
yeah,
And I think Junkins is I feel like that's going to be like really the difference maker is like they're able to get a run game. I don't even know who the fuck the Titans running back is anymore cuz it was Tony Pollard, but I don't even know if it still is.
Spears,
Oh yeah.
Tajay Spears, or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So here's the thing. This is more about I feel like the quarterback play, and that's more where I'm going. Even though
yeah,
I know when the game actually starts, it's
yeah,
really going to be probably the Cleveland's defense bailing out
hmm,
Shador. So I think you're right.
yeah. Um, this is very tough for the Commanders Vikings because the Vikings defense is good, but the Commanders offense isn't that.
I'm going
I'm going to go
Commanders.
Commanders. Yeah. How's the Commanders run defense?
They're fine. I wouldn't say they're anything to write home about, but you still got Bobby Wagner.
Yeah.
I don't know if
That means I don't stick Jordan Mason. Okay.
okay, that's
Yeah. Dolphins Jets.
I'm going Dolphins,
Yeah.
but I can imagine because like this was a almost competitive game last Thursday night, and
Yeah.
then or when they last played was on
Mhm.
Thursday night is what I mean, and then
Tyreek Hill.
yeah, Tyreek Hill. So
Yeah. Give me the Bucks over the
I
Saints.
will be at this game, and yeah, I'm also going Bucks. So I'll try my best to either I don't even know about getting photos or
Get a
anything,
Baker
but
autograph, dude.
I will try my best,
Yeah.
but
If you
I
can get
don't
a
know.
Baker autograph,
I will try my best in my Levante David
and then
jersey.
tell them about Baker Maymay.
Yeah. Hey, and on my podcast, I said you lost Fields, or I no, you lost May.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bakerfield.
he's Bakerfield. Yeah, it's Drake
Um,
May.
Drake Maymay. Colts Jags.
Man, I want to go Colts, but I'm losing some of that. Like,
And it's a 1.5 spread.
yeah, it's in Jacksonville. I'm going Colts. I'm still holding on the hope.
Still holding on.
Let go. Yeah, I know. It's one of the things I kind of
I'm gonna go
believe.
Jags.
I feel like all right, go ahead.
I don't really have a rhyme or reason for it. It's just a gut
I think the
feeling.
Jags have a pretty decent defense too.
Yeah.
And with because I know the Colts went out and tried to get CJ Gardner Johnson, and then he went out early last game with a non-contact thigh or calf. So I don't know what that is like.
Yeah.
I am picking the Ravens.
You're welcome. Yeah. Uh AFC North matchup,
Yeah.
rivalry game.
I will say anything can happen
Yeah.
with it.
It's
And they are battling for that number one.
yeah.
And it's one of the things I feel like
And they have
every
to see
year.
each other too at the end of the season.
Yeah.
And it's just like that's rough. Like
Mhm.
those the
Which
Steelers Ravens games are gonna decide the AFC North. Both of those games.
yeah. Unless the Bengals went out.
Yeah. If the Bengals win out, I might buy a lottery
The
ticket. I don't
Bengals
know.
would need help though.
Yeah. Give me the Broncos over the Raiders.
Same.
Give me the Bears over the Packers.
Same.
And then give me the Rams over the Cards, Texans over Chiefs.
Same. You're missing one.
I am.
Yep. But it's all right.
Texans?
There's a game after that one.
Oh yeah. I wanted to keep it so I could type somewhat at a good pace. And then give me the Chargers over the Eagles.
Can you show me if Justin Herbert is questionable or if he is good to go? He's questionable. He went under surgery on his left hand day to day, and they're playing Monday night, so that does kind of help.
Oh, you know who I picked up off of waivers?
Hmm.
Omari and Hampton.
Is he back?
He's in his 21-day window.
Did not know that.
Yeah. When I saw, I believe his auto draft dream team that dropped him,
Yeah.
I'm like, yoink. I dropped Mike Evans,
Yeah.
who's not expected to return.
I'm gonna go with the Eagles, but it might be one of those things that if Justin Herbert plays, I might need to switch it up.
So I already used 2 switches this year, and I
Mm.
believe you used.
I haven't
No,
used
you
any.
didn't. You already picked the Bengals. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
But if Joe Burrow, okay, cool. You haven't used yours yet, but yeah. Um, Patriots, Giants, 49ers, Panthers are on a bye.
A long awaited bye for those guys. And the thing with the Patriots and
The
the
49ers.
49ers and the Panthers, like all coming off of wins, like they're probably feeling really good.
Yeah. And the Giants are just
Yeah.
we're here.
I hope for next year they do pretty
Yeah.
good. Now, I didn't do a trivia.
Okay.
I didn't have time. Well, I didn't make time. I had time, I didn't make time.
Yeah.
So there's a difference there.
And then you're gonna be in Florida.
All of next week.
Yep. And so it'll probably end up being just a solo dolo podcast of
Mm.
myself. And he'll send me his notes of what he thinks
Mhm.
about the stuff. So I'll just kind of sit there and talk. It'll mostly just be recap of the conference championship games and then the Army Navy game. And probably talking about whatever happens on Selection Sunday
Mhm.
or CFP. And just a quick recap of the games, going through it. So
Probably like a
yeah.
45
Yeah.
minute
I should be able
episode.
to blow through it by myself
Yeah.
because I won't have anybody to riff off of.
Mm.
Unless if I can find someone last second that's also named Matt that knows ball.
Unlikely.
Unlikely. But yeah, thank you guys for joining the MattCast podcast. I am Matty Light, joined by co-host Matty J. Thank you guys for coming.
Thank you, Hart Ventures Local Services.
Love you, Hart Electrical Services. Bye.
Bye.